Looks to me like the easiest thing that we could do is to get this y by itself. So we would leave negative 2y on the left and move the minus x squared over to make it positive x squared minus 12. Divide both sides by negative 2 to be left with a negative half x squared plus 6. And that must go into this here. So when we put it into that, we're going to end up with 4x plus 3 times a negative half x squared plus 6, and we're setting that equal to 20. We have to simplify that. So 4x minus 3 halves x squared plus 18 equals 20. Move that. So 4x minus 3 halves x squared plus 18 minus 20 equals 0 when you move the 20 over to the left. We need to get this in the proper form, so it's negative 3 halves x squared plus 4x plus 18 minus 20, and we have to simplify the constants. So still we're left with negative 3 halves x squared plus 4x, and that'll be a minus 2 at the end. To get rid of the fraction, you must multiply everything by 2. If we do that, we're left with negative 3x squared plus 8x minus 4. From there you can use the quadratic formula, which would be negative 8 plus or minus the square root of 8 squared minus 4 times negative 3 times negative 4 over 2 times negative 3. So simplify under the square root sign. Alright, so we have 64 and then minus 48, and that's going to give us a perfect square of 16 under the square root sign, which works out neatly. And the square root of 16 is going to be 4. So now you have two problems to do. Negative 8 plus 4 over negative 6 and negative 8 minus 4 over negative 6. On the left-hand side, negative 4 over 6 is going to turn out to be a negative 2/3. That's a negative 4 over a negative 6. For some reason the sign didn't come down, so that is a positive 2/3. And then on the right side we have a negative 12 minus 6, and that comes out to be a positive 2. So we need 2/3 and 2 to go back to the top and plug them into one of the two original equations. Let's try 4x plus 3y equals 20. 4x plus 3y equals 20, and we're putting in 2 first. So 4 times 2 in that spot is going to give me an 8, which I'm going to have to move over to the other side and change the sign to come up with 20 minus 8. So 3y equals 12. That means y would have to be 4. We have put in a 2 and come back with a 4. So there's one of the answers. Now let's do this again for 4x plus 3y equals 20. And this time we're going to have a 2/3. So 4 times 2/3 plus 3y equals 20. In this position here we're going to end up with 8 over 3, which I'm going to have to move to the right side and change the sign so that I have 20 minus 8 over 3. And a common denominator is going to be 3, so that's 60 over 3 minus 8 over 3. So that's a 52 over 3, and I'm going to have to divide that by 3. Dividing by 3 is the same thing as multiplying by 1 over 3. So 52 over 9. And 9 goes into 52 5 times, which is 45, and you have 7 left over. Now we put in a 2/3 and came back with a 5 7/9. you should have 2 4 and 2/3, 5 and 7/9.